Hey everyone, welcome to SarteK programming. Today we will be seeing the 10th question of this series in which I am covering previous year TCS NQT and Ninja coding questions. This is the 10th video of this playlist. If you haven't checked the first 9 videos, do check them out. Now let's read the question. For a given two numbers, that is starting value and the ending value, print the multiplication of all the even numbers in that range including the given numbers. So we will be given two numbers as an input, and we have to print the multiplication of all the even numbers that lies between that range, that lies between those two numbers. Okay, so let's see the sample input. So in this case, 2 is the starting value and 10 is the ending value. As you can notice, both 2 and 10 are even, so we need to include these in our answer. Okay, so our multiplication will go something like this. So what are the even numbers between 2 and 10? It's 2, it's 4, 6, 8 and 10. So our multiplication will be like 2 multiplied by 4 multiplied by 6 multiplied by 8 multiplied by 10, and the answer is 3840. Okay, now let's see the second input. So 3 is the starting value here and 7 is the ending value. Since both 3 and 7 are not even, we won't include them in our answer. Okay, so what are the what even numbers are there in between 3 and 7? It's 4 and 6, so we will include just 4 and 6, and 4 multiplied by 6 is 24, so our answer is 24. Okay, so this was the explanation of the question. You can try this, you can try the solution on your own and then come back again to watch my solution. Now for this particular question, I will be writing code in front of you line by line, so that you have a better understanding of this question and how to approach any question. Okay, so first of all, before you write, so as soon as you see the question, once you have read the question, you have seen everything, the first thing, without any doubt, what you should do is just come here and see what do we have to take as an input. See, we can see that there are two numbers, two integers that we have to take as input. So just come here, and just write code for it. So we will name our variable as start, since it will be a starting value, and then we will take an integer input. Since we are taking integer input, we are writing this int, and we are wrapping this input with int, so it's an integer input. Then we will take another input, this will be an ending value, so that that is the reason we write our variable name as end, and we've taken two input. Now we will store our answer, and we will in this variable whose name is answer, and we have initialized it with 1. Why 1? Can you think of any valid reason why we have initialized it with 1 and not 0? Okay, I will tell you this later. You can in fact think why we have initialized it with 1, but I will tell you later. So now we have come here, we have taken two number as an input. We have this is the variable which will store our output. Now what we have to do is we have to compute the answer. So as we can see, what we have to do is we have to multiply a range of even numbers, multiply all the even numbers in a range. So whenever something along these terms come, like range, or we have to do multiple operations like that, or we have to traverse through something, so it should click your mind that we will need a loop. Now there are two options, either for or while. It depends on you which loop you want to use. Both the loops solve almost all the questions, and you can use any loop which you are comfortable with. Now there are some certain conditions where for is better than while and while is better than for. I think for this question for will be better. So I'm going with for. You can go with while too. It's just same. It means the answer won't be affected. Okay, So what we will write is for even in range. So generally we write the ending value here. So if you have seen my previous videos, generally I write n here, and n means total number of values, and here, so generally we write this like the ending value. So what does this mean actually? And you can notice that I have named this variable as even. Generally we see that it is named I. Here I named it as even because I think it's more intuitive, it's more readable. You can have better understanding if I write it as even. Okay, you can name it anything, it doesn't matter, but try to give the names so that it is more readable. It won't matter in the assessments, but it would be better for you if you are writing longer codes. Okay, so what does this line translates to? That's the question. So this line, Python interprets this line as this, for even in range 0 and 1. So what does this mean? So this actually means that our loop will start from 0 and it will go till less than end, and every time the value will be incremented by 1. So this so both of these loop means the same, but we don't have to write this explicitly because Python understands that this is what we have to perform when we write this. Okay, but here we don't want to start from 0. Do we want to start from 0? No, because see, in this case, had we started from 0? Have we started from 0? No, we need to start from this value that is given, the starting value. In this case 2, in this case 3, in any other case any other value. So what should we write here in place of 0? We should write, yes, you guessed it correctly, we should write start. We will write start here, and we will increment by 1. Okay, because see, what we will do, we will start from 2, then we will increment to 3, we will check if it is even. If it is not, then we will increment to 4, then we will increment to 5, and so on. So we will increment just by 1. So you can write it like this. You can let this 1 be here, or you can just not write it. I mean, it won't affect your answer. So I will actually write so that it's more readable. Okay, now we will check. No, actually I shouldn't write this even here. I should write number, because it's not even yet. So we will check here if this number is even. And how we will be check it? Number mod 2 is equals to 0. So now in this condition we are checking if this number is even. So what does this translates to? So if there's any number like 5 mod 2 means 5 divided by 2, and mod actually tells the remainder. So 5 mod 2, the remainder is 1. So here 1 will be there, and 1 is equals to 0. It's false. So I mean, this is not even. Okay, if the number would have been 4, so 4 mod 2, 4 divided by 2, what's the remainder? 0. So it's an even number. Okay. So what we will do is we won't print anything. We will just multiply answer with this number. So we will just if the number is even, we will multiply it with answer, and we will store it in the answer. Okay, so our answer will contain all the multiplications. So I will explain it to you later. Sorry, not semicolon, I'm used to Java. So okay, now we will print the answer. I will print the answer. Let's see if this works. 2 and 10. Okay, yeah. Okay, so what went wrong here? If you remember, I said that this ending value, so the iteration goes till one value less than end, means it goes till less than end. So it won't include this end if we write it like this. Since we have to include this ending value, we need to write it like this. So what if we write it just like this? So what so this iteration will work till number is less than end. but we want number to be less than or equal to end. Since we want that, what we will do is we will increment the end by 1. So we won't go till 10, less than 10, we will go till less than 11. I will run it again, and this time it will work. See, that's the answer, right? Okay, now how this works is, first we will start from starting value. So in this case it is 2, so we will start from 2 and we will go till less than 11. We will check if 2 mod 2 is equals to 0. Since it is an even number, it will go inside the if, and what we will do is 1 into 2. Now do you now I didn't explain you, right, why we write 1 and not 0. If answer would have been 0, we would have initialized answer with 0, then 0 into anything is 0. So all the answers would have been 0. See, I will show you. If I do this, whatever computation you do, the answer would be 0, no matter what you do. Okay, so that's the reason we need to write it 1 here. So you need to understand that whenever there is multiplication and division, initialize the answer variable with 1. Whenever there's addition or subtraction, initialize the answer with 0. Okay, so now I will take another, what happened, 3 and 7, and see, 24 is the answer. What if one number is even and other is odd? So let's say 4 and 11. So this is 4 into 6 into 8 into 10, and you can cross check it. That's the answer, 4 into 6 into 8 into 10, because that those are the even numbers between that range. Okay, so I didn't explain you this part well. So what happens is, this number will contain the starting value. What's the starting value in this case? In this case it's 4, you can see here. So our number will contain 4, and then we will come here and check if 4 mod 2 is equals to 0. Since 4 divided by 2 leaves the remainder 0, this is true. So we will go inside this answer, and what we will do is, we will multiply the value of answer with the value of number, and we will store that value, that answer, in our ANS variable, means answer variable. Okay, that is this variable, to be precise. Okay, so what will happen is, what does our answer contain now? It contains 1 in the first iteration. So what will happen is 1 into and what does our number contain? It contains the starting value. And what is the starting value? It is 4. So 1 into 4, and this value, this product, will be stored in this answer. So now our answer will contain 4. Okay, so our answer now contains 4. Then we will come again for next iteration, and now this and our value of number will be 5, since it is incremented by 1. And we will check if 5 mod 2 is equals to 0. But it is not true, because 5 mod 2 is 1. 5 divided by 2 leaves the remainder 1. So since it is not true, we will not go inside if. We will go on to next iteration. Value of number will be now 6, and we will check if 6 mod 2 is equals to 0. Is it? It is actually. So what will happen is, we will multiply the value of answer with the value of number. What is the value of answer? It is 4. As you can see, this is the value of answer, that is 4, and the value of number is now 6. So we will do 4 into 6, so it is 24. So our answer now contains 24. And then we will come again for next iteration. Value will be 7. Since 7 is not even, we won't go inside, and then with the value, then we will increment the value by 1, value of number by 1. So now our number is 8, and since 8 is even, we will come inside if, and what we will do is, we will multiply the number with the value of answer. The value of answer is 24 and number is 8, so we will do 24 into 8, and it evaluates to 192. Okay, then we will go for the next iteration. Value will be value of number will be incremented by 1. Now our number is 9. 9 is not even, so we won't go inside if. Then we will increment the value by 1 again. Now the value of number is 10. Is 10 even? 10 is even, so what we will do is, we will come inside if. We will multiply the value of number with the value of answer. Answer contains 192 and number contains 10. So 192 into 10, so it will evaluate to 1920. Then we will come again for another iteration, because we are going till end plus 1, that is we are going till less than 12, because we need to consider this boundary value too. So we need to go till 11, we need to check till 11. So we will go here, we will see if this value that is 11 is even. It, since it is not, it won't contribute to the answer, we won't go inside. If we our number will be incremented by 1. Now this time our number is 12. Is 12 less than 12? Is 12 strictly less than 12? No, 12 is equal to 12, but it is not less than 12. So we will come out of this for loop. Okay, we will come out of this for loop, will come out of this for loop, and we will print the answer. And since you can see our answer contained 1920, this is it, that's how it works. Now I know this video got a little bit longer, and it is only because I write this code hands-on in front of you. Do leave a comment telling if you want this methodology wherein I write the code in front of you. This will take a little bit of more time, but I think it will be more easy for you to understand if I do this. Or you can tell if I should write the code beforehand, so that it saves the time, and since videos are smaller, it will be more watchable, you know. So either works for me, tell what works for you. Okay, we will do that. So thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next one.